begins of the session. So this is the fourth session on mesh current and node voltage analysis. But in this session we are finding the network parameters of the network with the dependent sources. Network with the dependent sources, in such a case, how to apply mesh current and node voltage analysis. Okay, so let us consider this problem. See here, find the current I2 and voltage V for the circuit shown in figure below using mesh current analysis, mesh analysis. So here V is this voltage across 6 ohms such a way that D is the lower potential and C is the higher potential, and I2 is the current flowing through 6 ohm resistor. But here in the network there exists a dependent voltage source. So in such a case, how to apply mesh current analysis to this circuit and how to solve this using mesh analysis. Okay, so in the network already nodes are named A, C, D, B, A, B, C, D, they are named. So only the thing, I have to identify the meshes. So this is the smallest possible mesh. I will assume current I1, and for this mesh I am assuming a current I2. Okay, I assume the mesh currents I1 and I2 for the two meshes. Now apply KVL to mesh A, C, D, B, A. There is the first mesh. So to this mesh I will apply KVL. So this passive element 2 ohms, path directions and current directions are same. So it is the voltage drop is minus 2 into I1. Voltage drop is equal to current into resistor, but here path direction and current directions are same, so minus 2 I1. Now here this one, see, now here don't consider as a dependent or independent voltage source. This is the voltage source. So this voltage source is rising minus to plus in the path. So since it is the rising voltage source, what is the normally we will do? Plus voltage magnitude. So similarly here, plus magnitude, now instead of a constant value, it is 3I2. Now we will write as it is, the voltage magnitude as 3I2, but here is the difference, is it is depending on I2. That we will consider a little later. Now what is the voltage drop across this 3 ohm? Across 3 ohm is path direction, and the current direction I will consider in this direction, that is I1 minus I2. So it is minus 3 into I1 minus I2 minus 4 I1. This is the path direction and current direction is same, so minus. So in this path direction voltage is rising, so plus 21 equal to 0. Right? Now here is a small I2 and capital I2. Small I2 is a dependent variable. So what is the relation between this dependent variable and any one of the mesh current? So here it is given this dependent variable I2 as current flowing through 6 ohm from C to D. Now, which mesh current flows through the 6 ohm and from 6 to C to D? So that is I2. So the small I2 equal to capital I2. So dependent variable small I2 is equal to mesh current capital I2. So substitute this in this equation. So what happens? Minus 2I1 plus 3I2, now capital I2, minus 3I1 minus I2 minus 4I1 plus 21 equal to 0. Now what is the next step? Taking the all voltage drops to the other side, retaining the constant in the same side. So it is 2I1 minus 3I2 plus 3 into I1 minus I2 plus 4I1 equal to 21. So clubbing together the coefficient of I1 and I2, 2I1 plus 3I1 plus 4I1. So 9I1 minus 3I2 minus 3I2. So minus 6I2 equal to 21. Let this the equation 1. Let this be the equation 1. Now coming to the second equation. So apply KVL to mesh 2. That is applying KVL to mesh CDC. C to D and D to C. So in this 6 ohm resistor, what is the voltage drop? Minus 6I2 minus 3 into I2 minus I1 equal to 0. Why this the minus 6I2? So path direction is C to D. Current I2 is also flowing from C to D. So path direction and current directions are same. So minus 6I2. And this minus 3I2 minus I1, because this current I2 minus I1 flows in this direction D to C. So path direction D to C, and the current I2 minus I1 also flows from C to D. So it is minus. So in the expression, both are of the voltage drops. So multiply with minus sign. So what I will get? So minus 3I1 plus 9I2 equal to 0. So this is the equation 2. So if I write in a matrix form, so what will happen? 9 minus 6 minus 3 and 9 into I1 I2 equal to 21 0. Correct. So now what is I1 is? Determinant of matrix obtained by replacing coefficient of I1 by constants. So coefficient of I1 by constants. So 21 0 minus 6 9 divided by determinant of 6-term matrix. So 9 minus 6 minus 3 9. That is, this is 21 into 9 divided by 81 minus 18. So 63. So this is equal to 3 amps. So I1 is equal to 3 amps. So what is I2 is equal to? From equation 2, 9I2 equal to 3I1, that is equal to 9. So I2 equal to 1 amps. So you have calculated I1 and I2. I1 has 3 amps, I2 has 1 amps. Now I1, I2 you have calculated. So by this way we have calculated the mesh current. Now using these mesh currents, find the system parameters. So what is asked in the question? Calculate I2, small I2. So what is the relation between small I2 and mesh current? I2 is equal to capital I2, that is equal to 1 amps. Now what is the next? Calculate voltage V. Voltage V. So this voltage is minus plus, it is given. So trace a path from minus to plus. So while tracing the path negative to positive, current is opposite direction. So path direction and current direction, if it is opposite, then what happens? V equal to, what is the value? 6I2. Because positive, because path direction and current directions are opposite. So when the path direction and current direction are opposite, it is plus Ri. So plus 6 into I2. So that is equal to 6 volt. So in this way we have calculated required parameter current I2 and voltage V in the given circuit using mesh current analysis. Let us solve one more problem using node voltage analysis. Now in this question, find the power delivered by dependent voltage source using node voltage analysis. So this dependent voltage source, what is the power delivered by this? So what is the power? P is equal to V into I. Because why I am considering V into I? Because this is the power delivered by this dependent voltage source. So V into I. So okay, what is V, what is I, we will see a little later. Now in this, how many nodes are there? Using a node voltage is the question. So these are the two nodes. So out of these two nodes, consider any one as a reference. So I will consider this as a reference. So this node I will consider as a V1. So directly apply KCL to node V1. So by applying KCL to node V1, what I will get? So what is the, all the current I am assuming flowing out of this. So what is the current in this branch? So it is potential across this. So what is the potential at this point? From the reference, trace a path. So while tracing a path from reference, it is minus to plus, voltage rising. So this point is 80 volt. Right? So current through 5 ohm is V1 minus 80 by 5. But this current is flowing out from the node V1, so it is minus sign. Now what is the current flowing through this 50 ohm resistor? So it is minus V1 by 50. Minus V1 by 50. Now what is the current flowing through this? So these two resistances are in series and this is the voltage source. I can interchange these two components. So total potential difference is minus V1 minus 75 IA. V1 minus or plus? This is the plus minus. So with respect to reference, it is the minus. So V1 minus 75 IA. This is the total potential difference across the passive elements. Divide by 25. Because these two, 10 ohms and 15 ohms, are in series. What happens to this? Equal to 0. So this V minus V1 minus 80 minus V1 by 50 minus V1 minus 75 IA divided by 25 equal to 0. Now what is this IA is equal to? IA is, in the problem, it is given as the current through 50 ohms. So it is V1 to 0. So IA is equal to V1 by 50. V1 minus 0 by 50. So by substituting this, what I will get? Minus V1 minus 80 by 5 minus V1 by 50 minus V1 plus 75 into V1 by 50 whole divided by 25 equal to 0. All are the current through passive elements, so multiply by minus 1. So this become minus 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 plus. So what happens to this now? V1 minus 80 by 5 plus V1 by 50 plus, if I take 50 common here, so 50 V1 plus 75, so 125 V1 divided by 50 into 25 equal to 0. So 25 ones are 25, 5s are, so 5 ones are 5, 10s are. So this become V1 by 5 minus 16 plus V1 by 50 plus V1 by 10 equal to 0. So if I take a LCM of these three, so this 16 I will take to the other side. So V1 into 1 by 5 plus 1 by 50 plus 1 by 10 equal to 16. So if I take a LCM of 50, so what it will become? 10 plus 1 plus 5. V1 equal to 16. So 16 and 16 gets cancelled. So V1 equal to 50 volt. So by this way I will get V1 is equal to 50 volt. So now what is asked? Power delivered by this. So power delivered by dependent source. So next is power delivered by a dependent source. Dependent voltage source equal to, what is the voltage? It is 75 IA. IA means V1 by 50 into voltage into current. What is the current through this one? Current through this one is V1 plus 75 V1 by 50 divided by 25. So this is 75 IA, and current through this is V1 plus 75 V1 by 50 divided by 25. So this is 75, V1 is 50, so 50 by 50 is 1 into, what is this? V1 is 50 plus V1 by 50 is 1, so it is 75 divided by 25. So 25 ones are 25 threes are. So 3 into 125, that is equal to 375 watts. So power delivered by the dependent source is 375 watts. So here, whenever the network consists of a dependent voltage source or a current source or a dependent source in the network, it is a similar fashion to the original network. In the similar fashion, now we are applying mesh analysis or node voltage analysis to the general network. But only thing is, the dependent variable we need to substitute in terms of the node voltages or mesh currents, depending on whether you are applying a node voltage analysis or a mesh current analysis. So depending on that, we need to substitute. So like this, even we can apply node voltage analysis or mesh current analysis to the network with dependent voltage sources. Thank you.